The curtain has fallen on a true icon of TV in history. Loni Anderson, a name synonymous with charm, elegance, and trailblazing performances, has left us, and with her passing comes a wave of reflection on what she meant to generations of audiences. To many, she will always be Jennifer Marlowe, the glamorous and witty receptionist from WKRP in Cincinnati. But to those who followed her career closely, she was so much more: a dedicated actress, a woman of resilience, and a figure who shattered stereotypes in Hollywood. In this opening, we set the stage for a heartfelt remembrance of a woman who not only entertained but also inspired. Anderson's story isn't just about fame, awards, or celebrity relationships. It's about redefining what it meant to be a woman in the spotlight during a time when television often boxed women into one-dimensional roles. This video is more than a memorial. It is a journey through the life of someone who fought to carve her own identity in an industry that often wanted to reduce her to appearances alone. Her laughter still echoes in the minds of fans, her timing remains unmatched, and her light continues to shine through the work she left behind. As we remember her today, we don't simply mourn the loss of an actress, we celebrate the enduring power of her influence, a joy she brought into living rooms across America, and the resilience she showed throughout her career and personal life. Let us take this moment to revisit her journey, from her modest beginnings in Minnesota to her meteoric rise in Hollywood, and finally, to the legacy she leaves behind as one of the most unforgettable women in television history. Born on August 5, 1945 in St. Paul, Minnesota, Loni Anderson grew up in a middle-class family with big dreams. Her early years were marked by a sense of determination that would come to define her life. Unlike many Hollywood success stories, hers was not one of overnight stardom, but of consistent effort and the courage to pursue her ambitions despite setbacks. She studied art at the University of Minnesota, but never lost sight of her true passion, performance. While other young women of her generation might have settled for traditional roles, Loni envisioned herself as someone destined for bigger stages. In the August 23, 2025, she worked as a model, appearing in advertisements and local beauty contests, which gave her exposure but also reinforced how often women were judged solely by looks. Yet, she carried herself differently. She wanted more than to be admired. She wanted to be heard. By the early August 23, 2025, she began making small appearances on television, often cast in roles that emphasized her striking beauty. But casting directors quickly realized there was something unique about her. She had impeccable comedic instincts, timing that rivaled some of the greats, and a presence that lit up the screen. Slowly but surely, she was building a foundation. She appeared in shows like SWAT, Policewoman, and Three's Company, each time leaving an impression strong enough to warrant calls for more. What defined this period was not fame, but persistence. Many actresses would have given up or faded into obscurity after years of typecasting. Anderson, however, held firm. She was waiting for the role that would let her prove what she had known all along: she was more than just another blonde bombshell. That role would arrive in 1978, and it would change everything. When KV's launched WKRP in Cincinnati in 1978, few expected the sitcom about a struggling radio station to become a cultural phenomenon. At its heart was Loni Anderson's Jennifer Marlowe, the station's receptionist. Traditionally, a role like that would have been written as background filler, someone pretty to sit behind a desk and smile. But Anderson transformed Jennifer into one of television's most unforgettable characters. She wasn't just window dressing. Jennifer was sharp, witty, and always in control of her environment. She flipped the script on what a pretty blonde secretary was supposed to be. Viewers quickly noticed that in a room full of eccentric, clueless managers and frazzled staff, Jennifer was the one who actually ran the station with quiet authority. The character became groundbreaking because it allowed women watching at home to see someone who looked glamorous, but acted decisively, who used intelligence as much as charm, and who refused to be the butt of every joke. Critics praised Anderson's ability to balance comedy with subtle empowerment. Audiences adored her. And suddenly, Jennifer Marlowe wasn't just a character, she was a cultural symbol. The role earned Loni Anderson 3 Golden Globe nominations and 2 Emmy nominations, cementing her status as a television star. More importantly, the character of Jennifer Marlowe shifted the TV landscape, forcing writers and producers to recognize that audiences crave smarter, more dynamic portrayals of women. Anderson's performance made such an impact that even decades later, Jennifer Marlowe remains a reference point for how female characters can be written with depth and dignity, all while maintaining humour and style. For Loni, WKRP was a platform that allowed her to show the world she was not just beautiful, she was brilliant. After WKRP in Cincinnati wrapped in 1982, many wondered whether Loni Anderson would be forever typecast as Jennifer Marlowe, but she proved critics wrong by venturing into diverse roles across television and film. She appeared in comedies, dramas, television movies, and even voice roles in animated series, showcasing her versatility. In the August 23, 2025 and August 23, 2025, she starred in projects such as Partners in Crime, The Jane Mansfield Story and Easy Street. Each of these roles reinforced her ability to command attention beyond the confines of WKRP. One standout was her portrayal of Jane Mansfield, where she not only embodied the glamour of the August 23, 2025 star, but also captured the tragedy and vulnerability beneath the surface. It was a performance that highlighted her dramatic depth, far removed from sitcom. She also became a staple in television movies, a genre that thrived during that period, often headlining dramas that gave her room to shine outside comedic boundaries. She guest starred in shows like Melrose Place, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Three's Company, continually reinventing herself for new generations of audiences. Perhaps what stood out most in this stage of her career was her resilience. Hollywood has a tendency to discard actresses once they reach a certain age, especially those known for their beauty. Yet Anderson continued to find work, adapt, and remain relevant, a testament to her determination and professionalism. She wasn't just a relic of the WKRP era. She was an actress who evolved with the industry, proving her talent went beyond a single role. This phase of her career solidified her place not just as a sitcom star, but as an enduring presence in American entertainment. No discussion of Loni Anderson's life would be complete without addressing her personal journey, which often played out under the glare of the media spotlight. In the August 23, 2025, her marriage to actor Burt Reynolds became one of Hollywood's most talked about relationships. The couple epitomized glitz and glamour, appearing together at premieres and on magazine covers. To the public, they seemed like the perfect Hollywood pair, two attractive, successful stars at the peak of their fame. But behind the scenes, their relationship was tumultuous, marked by disagreements, and eventually a highly publicized divorce. The end of their marriage in the August 23, 2025 was accompanied by lawsuits, allegations and tabloid frenzy, making it one of the most notorious celebrity breakups of the era. Yet, through it all, Anderson carried herself with remarkable dignity. She never allowed the chaos of gossip columns to define her career or her identity. Instead, she redirected attention toward her work and her family. She was a devoted mother to her children, balancing the challenges of parenthood with the demands of fame. She also used her platform to advocate for important causes, particularly in the areas of women's rights and health awareness. What stood out about Loni Anderson during this time was her ability to maintain authenticity. While many celebrities became caricatures of their public image, she navigated scandal with grace, often reminding fans that beneath the glamour was a real woman dealing with real struggles. Her ability to survive the ups and downs of public scrutiny made her relatable even as she continued to dazzle on screen. In many ways, her personal resilience mirrored the strength of the characters she portrayed, proving once again that she was more than just a starlet, she was a fighter. In the later stages of her career, Loni Anderson embraced her status as television royalty. She continued to make guest appearances, often playing roles that poked fun at her glamorous image, showing that she could laugh at herself and adapt to changing comedic sensibilities. Younger audiences discovered her through reruns of WKRP in Cincinnati and through her cameos on shows that introduced her to entirely new demographics. She became a cherished figure at television reunions, interviews and retrospectives, always radiating warmth and humility. Beyond acting, she also became a symbol of longevity and reinvention in Hollywood. Many actresses of her era struggled to find relevance past their August 23, 2025, but Anderson remained admired and respected well into her later years. She often spoke openly about the challenges women face in the entertainment industry, advocating for more meaningful roles and greater recognition of women's contributions both on and off screen. Her career inspired younger actresses to demand more from the industry and to believe that beauty and intelligence need not be mutually exclusive. Her legacy, however, extends beyond Hollywood. To fans, she was a reminder of the golden age of television, a living connection to an era when sitcoms shaped American culture. For industry professionals, She was proof that persistence, adaptability, and grace could sustain a career through decades of ups and downs. In remembering Loni Anderson, we don't just honour a single role or even a single career, we honour the evolution of TV in itself and the place she carved out within it. As fans reflect on Loni Anderson's passing, the overwhelming emotion is gratitude. Gratitude for the joy she brought into people's lives through laughter, for the elegance she displayed in an industry often known for cruelty, and for the strength she embodied both on and off screen. Her death marks the end of an era, but it also invites us to look back and recognise how far television has come and how much of that progress is owed to pioneers like her. Jennifer Marlowe may have been fictional, but through that role, Anderson gave audiences a blueprint of female empowerment that transcended its time. And in her personal life, she demonstrated that fame need not compromise one's humanity. Her story is one of triumph, struggle, reinvention, and ultimately, legacy. She will forever be remembered as a woman who elevated the medium of television, who broke molds, and who inspired countless women to believe in themselves. Today, as fans leave flowers by her Hollywood Walk of Fame star and revisit old recap episodes in her honour, one thing becomes clear: legends never truly leave us. They live on through the characters they brought to life, the barriers they broke, and the love they left behind. Rest in peace, Loni Anderson. Your laughter, your elegance, and your brilliance will echo for generations to come.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, it really helps the channel grow. Got thoughts, questions or ideas? Drop them in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. And if you think someone else would find this interesting, don't forget to share it with them. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on new content. Thanks again for being here. See you in the next one.